Thanks for joining me, Mr. Desmond Lim. If you guys don't know, Desmond Lim is the chair of Singapore Democratic Alliance (SDA). I'm actually very looking forward to this interview because I always admire your tenacity, and I understand that you have been involved in politics for around 30 years, even more than that, I suppose.
Something like that.
Yeah,
In 1992.
1992,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That was when you were with
Singapore
Justice
Party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, how old were you then, in 92?
Wow. That was, I think, in my early 20.
Early 20s.
Early 20,
Right.
yeah.
For someone, during your age then, early 20s, I don't know, I guess a typical mindset would be, early 20s, I want to maybe find my first job. I want to maybe enjoy life a bit. I want to party a bit more. But you took the serious path.
Actually, it was by accident because why? My colleague, after work, my colleague said, hey, come, let's join me for the party. Oh, party? Wow, fine. Then he drove me to Jurong. Taman Jurong. Because SJP, the last time the HQ was in Jurong. So, okay, I follow him. And then he brought me to a HDB flat because in the last time in the early day, our school day, our disco always held at HDB. Right? So I thought, wow, this is something similar lah. Oh, when he knocked the door and they opened the door, it's so different. No disco light, but quite a number of elderly gentlemen sitting in the hall.
Yeah.
I say, hey, that was our current chairman. We knew as others also more than 30 over years.
Yeah.
I said, hey, Dean, you brought me here. I thought party. Yeah, party.
Wrong
No
party.
disco light. Senior citizen. No. This is serious business. Party conference.
Oh, wow.
So that is why, okay, fine. Maybe this is God will lah, by faith. Okay lah. Then I sit down and listen what they are talking about. And understanding that this Justice Party, most of them are shipyard worker, welders and all this. And Justice Party was formed in 1972. Reason being because they felt that they are not well represented as a shipyard worker by the unions. And their voice was not heard. No, the grievances was not able to raise up to the right channel.
Right.
And this few group like Mr. Ramasamy and Mr. A.R.C., right, the late Mr. Those of them already no more with us and now work. But then they felt that, hey, we should form a party and then capture the society attention through participate in elections. Hopefully the media can actually highlight the matter. That was a motivation of them why from Justice Party.
But for you, expecting a different type of party.
Yes.
Going into this, what made you stay on?
Any human beings will have something inside the heart that, hey, this is something not justified. The justice is not there. The equality is not there. And since I'm here, if I can actually also do my part, right? So that's why continue, sign on.
Yeah. And then I think you also got involved with different leaders from other parties. I think you were helping Mr. Chiam See Tong at the Singapore People's Party, SPP. And of course now with SDA. Tell us how does one go through so many different parties, because I assume that maybe they have different ideals, and different ways of doing things. Is there a common thread that you see?
Okay, yes, there is. Now look at 2001, the SDA was formed, and Mr. Chiam was one of the founder, and I'm the co-founder. And on what ideology is about? Just fairness, equality, compassion, sincerity, right, and honesty, right. And these are, I think, is aligned with the Singapore Justice Party. And backtrack a bit, 1995, where Mr. Chiam crossed over to SPP, right? Because the late See Tong set out the SPP while Mr. Chiam was still in the SDP. So after the parliament dissolved, so he can join the SPP. And there was actually a kind of idea, like, because SPP have a MOU with NSP.
NSP, wow.
Yes,
Okay.
and then Mr. Sin, the late Mr. Sin, said, why not we also have a MOU with SJP? So hopefully one day we all can come together.
Right.
Well, it really materialized in 2001, where we managed to form the SDA, which comprising of SPP, SJP, NSP, and PKMS. Right? That's where I think a baby step, and it actually materialized the dreams that we have, that we come together. Right. And you can see that in 2001, the SDA was performing very well, where Mr. Chiam got elected and returned back to Parliament under SDA. And then Mr. Steve Chia was the NCMP. Right? So there is a progress on this alliance.
Yeah. So this alliance, just wanted to maybe you can dig a bit deeper also. It comprises of multiple parties, right? But now it seems like everyone is trying to do their own thing now. Your NSP, your SPP, the Steve Shah. So how do you make of this situation now that SDA has become kind of like your own? You're standing on your own now.
Oh, SDA was never me standing as our own. We still have our component party, PKMS. And nevertheless, though that SPP, NSP was not with us, but the spirits of Chiam See Tong is still connected us together. Right? It's only thing that we are focusing on our own area.
Yeah.
But what we do is never forgets about what Mr. Chiam had taught us. Right? You have to always be connected to the ground.
Yeah.
You should not disappear after the elections. You have to be consistent, and because your presence will give the residents or voter confidence to actually voice out.
Yeah.
Right? And we also have to have our grassroots there to serve the resident, not only election.
Yeah. I think that's what we. As for me, I mean, I admire you for greatly. I think of your tenacity, like I mentioned just now. I think you have been contesting and walking the ground at Pasir Ris Punggol since 06. Right, you contested there first, then and I think subsequently for most elections, you're there. I wonder so this lesson from Mr. Chiam, to be around, to not only appear during elections. I think that struck with you for a bit, and I realized that you also mentioned that your relationship with Mr. Chiam is almost like a father and son.
Yes.
Yeah. How can you expand on that?
Well, you see, I was doing my service under the Potong Pasir Town Council and the leadership of Mr. Chiam. We have actually not only on official business, even privately, we have some exchange, and also he taught me some value, and also how survival skill, because you can see that if he never taught this survival skill, I won't be here today or continue to here today. I able to stay on. There's two things that keep me stay on. Okay, One, of course, is to uphold his legacy. And that is a duty to me and not a personal ego. Right? And I think it's very worth for me to continue to upkeep his legacy. Right? Two, is that he said, as a politician, you cannot get 100% all like you. So you must be thick-skinned. Right? And you can see that 2013, my online speeches that
was during the
today,
by-election.
Yeah, till today people still ridicule means, well, make fun of me. Well, it's somehow that I think two things I want to say. One is, well, it's your opinion. You have a right to do what you want. But okay, there's this kind of attitude or behavior that you want to show to your children that how you treat the weak people, no? Or the person that is not less successful. Right? Then the other one, I will say that, well, I think I'm very saddened with our society today, all because of the PAP elitism. So everyone always say that only those who perform well have every right, to contest, to do this, to do that. But I think, to be fair, when you're talking about society as a whole, a nation as a whole, you have to be have all different segments, diverse segments to be together, and that is called inclusive, and that is called where one nation, one people, and not that the better educated person, higher income person have the rights to represent the people, or have the right to speak out, or have the right to initiate something, right? Then what happened to those lower income, or those who cannot no higher education, those who cannot speak out? The voice cannot be heard, and that is where Mr. Chiam championing, advocating. One, he say, we have to be, as an MP, I have to be amplifying diverse voices, and to try to influence or change the governments or the ruling party to adopt a more responsive and innovative way of solving problems. Right? And also, we must be the bridge between the governments and the citizens to conduct a meaningful dialogue. Now, we must always not oppose for the sake of oppose. We have to always put Singapore interest, national interest above self. That's why we got this principle, service before self. Right? Anything is a good policy, we should support and then be the bridge of the government to explain to our constituents, our voters, our citizens, and this is what the policies. And if anything that the citizens felt that, no, it's not right, and we should be the one to be the bridge to tell the ruling party, hey, this is not a good policy, or there's something that we should improve because we gather from the ground. Right? That is what a role of an opposition MP. And this is what I can see, I learned from Mr. Chiam.
You mentioned being thick-skinned, right? But you also mentioned about your whole online rally, your criticisms, you know. Does it affect you, to see such comments, when we all, I guess, when you know yourself, you're trying to step up, and do something.
Well, I tell you what, of course, I was asking, sometimes, of course, I'm human being, though, I'm not saying,
of course,
what's wrong? Did they finance me? Did I collect money from them? Or did they know me? Or did they actually make an effort to find out for me? Or no? No. But they just want to comment, and be it. Because I cannot stop one, I cannot stop 100, I cannot stop anyone. And that's why I did not want to engage. Because when you engage, actually you are giving them the platform to further, go on certain comments. But I will say that this is something that it should not, and I hope that one day Singapore will not continue to have this kind of behavior, Singaporeans, where though if you see that something you are weak, somebody are weak, you should give encouragement or even render your help to help him to be better, right? Same as your children. That if your children fear the examinations, are you going to say, you are lousy, stupid? No. It's because it's your children.
Yeah.
Right? You'll try to coach him or her and then or even send her for tuition, right?
Yeah.
Because you still give them space to grow. And I'm doing something that I think is right for the country, but perhaps maybe I'm not so articulate. I cannot express something that or the command of English that's not meet your expectation. Doesn't mean that I have no idea what is happening.
Yeah.
Right? And if you're looking at it, politics, what is politics? Politics is actually is a grassroots politics. Right? It's all about people. Right? So you have to start from grassroots and understand what is happening on the ground. And I'm a grassroots man, honestly. I am not a talker. A good talker, well, sometimes it's good. They also can perform.
Yeah.
But most of the time when I met someone who can talk a lot, but then the delivery percentage is very low. But what Chiam also told me, we SDA don't shout for slogans. We take action.
I mean, I also maybe asking on behalf of a lot of young people on dealing with, I guess, online criticisms. You know, I guess it's a prevalent online culture. You know, you hide behind the screen, you say nasty things, you know. And a lot of times, I think a lot of young people are facing such problems also. So on this front, any words of advice for young people?
Well, I say that don't read it. Because our time are precious. So we must spend on something that is valuable and something that can value added to people around us. Right? But if we are going to spend time on all this negative comment, we are sucked into it.
Yeah.
And we will have full of negative energy and we will be very down. That's why in our plan for Pasir Ris, Changi, one of it for the youth, we're talking about mental health care. Right? Doesn't mean that they are mentally unsound, but mental health care is a way that to actually help the youth to have a strong mental preparations to face any criticism or any challenge. Right?
I guess you have a family of your own, right? If I'm correct, you are father of 3.
Yes.
Do they feel discouraged? You know, looking. I assume that they are online also.
Yes. Yeah. Well, same thing. I prepare them even like this election. Last time my son, youngest son, those that he's young, no problem. Now, set 1. Of course, you go read Facebook. Right? I said, look here, I'm going to contest, and this thing will come out again. Yeah. You with me 13 years. Who am I? You know me well. Whatever people comments, it's their right. No one go and refute them or rebut them or go and challenge them. Leave it. Okay? You just go on as per normal.
Right.
That's what I prepare them.
Right.
Yeah.
How does your family feel about you contesting though in politics for so many years?
Honestly, actually, from beginning, very warm support. But till now is because you see, after so many attempts, we still cannot win the elections. Of course, human will discourage. Why you know people already reject you and then, but only myself know why I still continue. As I say, one of one of it holding me on was a duty to uphold Chiam See Tong legacy. Right? I believe because is an alliance. Alliance means what? That means we can have different group of political party with diverse views and policy which they have to come together for a better Singapore. Right? Today, I may not have the charisma or personality to attract, but I believe someone with rational mind, someone who have the passions and compassions that believe in Chiam See Tong legacy, we believe in our ideology, believe that SDA were able to do something good for Singapore, and it's a good platform to bring others political party together. Right? Then they'll come aboard, and it's time for me to please continue. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess this legacy is also important. Of course, not just Mr. Chiam's, but also for you also. Do you expect maybe your son to be involved in this also?
Well, that is up to him when he grown up. If he think that there's a calling for him, it's up to him. Because for us, we just do our thing, but we cannot actually set the framework or the path for our next generation that you must follow.
Yeah.
Right? Because he may have his dream, or he may think that something else is more important. But it's good that if he wanted to be in the political and help the Singaporeans and the nations to provide a better living environments, better lifestyle, or even maybe he think there's a climate issue that he's very concerned about environmental, which my son is. He want to come into this arena by all means.
Yeah. I wonder whether SDA has any maybe face some issues or problems trying to attract the younger volunteers, because I assume that I mean, for me,
Yes.
I think it's really a tough thing to step into the public limelight.
Yes, correct.
You have people criticize you. You need to behave a certain way. And people are getting very conscious about their image online also. Is it tough for SDA to attract young talents?
Well, put it this way. Yeah, you look at other parties that are more prominent. Of course, no problem. But for us, doesn't mean that we cannot or will not attract younger volunteers. But it takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time for us to convince, to prove to them that actually not only those prominent party that your hope, but over here, the same thing. It's all about your own efforts, your commitments, and whether you believe that this alliance, the platform, is worth for you to take over and continue to achieve what the party objective.
Maybe we can talk about Pasir Ris, Punggol, or now Pasir Ris Changi. I'm always curious because I guess your first election, it was in Jalan Besar. What made you head up northeast to Pasir Ris, Punggol?
Okay. If you looking at the demographic between the west and the east, east area have more true blue Singaporeans living there.
Oh.
In the west, you can see that because it's industrial part, right? Early day got a lot of expatriate and Malaysians, migrants and staying there. So east are more locals. And that is what I suggest that we should go to the east.
Right.
Right.
And why not? I don't know, Tampines or
Well,
why that area? Yeah.
Tampines also was part of the under the radar.
Yeah.
And Tampines was a contest by NSP.
Mm.
That time NSP was under SDA.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
see.
Yeah.
So Tampines under SDA, NSP under SDA at Tampines, and then we under SDA in Pasir Ris.
Right.
Yeah, so in terms of logistic also easier.
And from then on, you have you have gone through, I guess, thick and thin over
Yes,
at Pasir Ris,
right.
Punggol, and I mean, I'm just curious also now. I mean, the latest news is Senior Minister Teo Chee Hean will be
Yes.
stepping down. Will not be contesting there.
Yeah.
And Minister Indrani Raja will move from Tanjong Pagar to Pasir Ris Changi.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you? Maybe I can ask for your comments on that also.
Well, whether in regards of who is from the PAP, we will just continue to do our best and connected to as much residents as possible and lobby for their support, and hopefully they realize that this is a time for change and make it happen.
How do you feel, going into an election every cycle? Do you have a renewed sense of energy all the time? Like, oh, okay, it's time again. It's time for me to deliver.
Well, I enter in the competitions not just for just for go through the motions or take the election lightly. Every elections, I'm trying to improve myself or even come up some proposal. Right? Example, in 2011, we came out master plan. One of the master plan was a hawker center. At that time, the government's already stopped building hawker center. Right? So in my proposal, the hawker center, actually it's not just a hawker center, it's an integrated hawker center, because this is a place where whether you are rich, you are poor, you are Chinese, you are Malay, you are Indian, we can sit at the same table and eat our food. Right? And that is the place where all our different walk of people come together, and we should use that place to also promote our culture.
Right.
Right? Some cultural show, performance and gathering. And I think that, well, I don't claim because there's no monopoly of ideas. But what I can think that it happened, which means that, I also able to think what is needed by the Singaporeans. Right? It's only thing that, am I given a chance to implement of my idea? That's all.
Right. In terms of hawker centers, are you a foodie yourself? Do you enjoy your maybe tell us your favorite hawker center maybe?
Well,
or the favorite hawker dish?
Any place that actually have nice food, I will go and try. But of course, the local food like Hokkien noodles, fried Hokkien noodles, wanton mee noodles, and all these are actually carrot cakes. So it's very common everywhere. It's only thing that whether the taste better or
So is there a specific maybe favorite place of yours?
Oh, the carrot cakes. At Bedok.
Oh, Bedok.
North.
Right. Bedok North.
Yes, correct.
Okay, that must be pretty up your, I guess your standards.
And my son also like it.
So you all spend a lot of family time there.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask also because I mean, let's maybe circle back on to the 2013 by-election at Punggol East. Yeah, I wonder how do you end up standing for Punggol East? No?
Okay, Punggol East was carved out from Pasir Ris Punggol. Okay, at that time, I would say that was a very dark day for dark period for SDA because we don't have Mr. Chiam with us, and there are nobody in the SDA willing to take on the challenge. And I always believe that if we don't participate, it slowly will fade off. And then how am I going to uphold Mr. Chiam's legacy? Right. So we knew that we were underperformed. We even may lost our deposit. But as that time been appointed or assigned as a leader, then I have to be the front.
Yeah.
Right? And after that, no. And you can see that it was not us going to other people's territory. We are just to keep our commitments.
Yeah.
Right? But after people have made the strong decision and said, okay, we want worker party, and we just leave it to them.
Yeah. I suppose there's I guess this is something that comes up every election.
Yeah.
You know, some people would say, let the bigger opposition parties contest, and the smaller opposition parties should make way for the bigger ones. What's your take on that?
Many people did not realize those small parties where some of them even say mosquito party, but everyone have the function and role. Imagine, unless the bigger party say that I'm going to contest all the 97 seats, right? So there won't be any walkover, right? Then, wow, I think, okay. But the bigger party only focus on one few constituency. And if all those small parties are not contesting, can you imagine the PAP minister heavyweight will be free from the walkover and have extra resources and then just focus on those constituency that the bigger party have been contest? What is the kind of chances for them? So everyone actually have a value and have a role in participating in the election. But people say, not relevant. I cannot perform under. That is why I say in our society, we must learn to be more tolerant and accepting and allow inclusive, allow everybody to participate. Right.
Right. Yeah. I think this time around, of course, your strategy is quite consistent. You're on the ground. Recently, you went to Pulau Ubin. Just curious also to go back to when you started to do a lot of online rallies and you spoke about why that decision to do online stuff.
Well, the online rally, it was actually impromptu. And then also we think, I don't say I think, we think that with the developments of the technology, this could happen one day. And there's something new that people have not tried. Why not try? Because innovative and creative, it have to someone initiate first. Whether what is the performance, what is the end result, but then you must try. And that's a scientist. If you don't try, you will not one day able to send a rocket to the moon. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And the scientists never one time succeed. And I think this is something that we should encourage Singaporeans to be creative and innovative. Whatever result, just face it and learn from there and then continue.
Yeah. So I think one could say that you are kind of ahead of the curve, because now we all know TikTok live and all the live, all the rage now. People are selling things online. Yes. So you are ahead of your time, I suppose.
Yeah. And if someone realized in 2011 the election, we also use a QR code, and I say that we are the first one who use a QR code. Right?
Yeah.
It's only thing that it was not highly exposed and being take notes by the media or the public.
Is it because of your education also, your background? I mean, your engineering background.
Yes.
Yeah. So you have all these ideas on technology.
Yes.
Right. Just very curious also. I think maybe you could take us through your growing up years also. I understand that you only started speaking age 7, right? And but you, I mean, you graduated with a master's degree. I don't think many of us in this room has a master's degree. You surely have one. How did that journey take for you? Because it's quite a story, you know?
Yes. I think during that time, early days, maybe autistic may not be so common, right? And people may not know that some children will have late learner or autistic and all this. And for me, I don't know, because we have no money. My parents have no money, send me go and check out and find out what is the problem. But somehow, elderly, they believe in some traditional way, right? And I think also that time not happened that it's time for me to speak out. But I tell you, I don't have a foundation, kindergarten foundation. A to Z, I don't know how to read, even not write my name properly, and I struggling.
Yeah.
And to me, it's wow, study is nightmare and disaster.
Right.
And then because the place that I living in is Jambase and Jambasa, where there is a lot of grabbing dam, got a lot of underground activities and going on, and very complicated environments. And I look at these people. My parents got to work very hard. Right? Sometimes they have to stay at the construction site, never come back. Right? But these people, like, in front, they counting money like so easy, you know. And I talk to some, bo tak che lah, tak che, right? Yeah, that's why I said. And I start to also, not gambling, but I start to look around. Like example, temple where people donate the incense, oils, and all this, and when it throw away, it's a waste. So the temple will actually see whoever need. Now you just pay a certain amount. So it's also another form of donation, fundraising, right, for them.
Yeah.
Also serve the purpose. And I bought from them. Then of course I sell it off.
You all over the
oil, yeah.
Right.
So
then how old were you then?
That was age of 10.
Oh wow.
And it was also the help of my classmate mother, because he's a volunteer there. And during the early day, there are a lot of beggars in front of the temple. And being not coming from a rich family, and we only get about 50 cents a day. And she knew how much I have. And we took bus, it's about 10 cents, I think. 10 cents. And I give all the money to all the beggars. I said, walk back. Right? From Owen Road, walk until Jambase. It's quite a distance. But if compared to the children that I met in Indonesia, Meranin, they take about 2 hours to walk to the school. And that's why what I did was I bought a land and built a hostel for them. And the children can stay during the week A, and then weekend go back. And they have more energy to focus on the study. And the result, they got triple A. Right?
How made you decide to help the kids in Indonesia?
Wow. First thing is within my own ability. And if I can help and there's a need, why not? That is about what a normal person should do to help the fellow person that is less fortunate or in need of help. Right? That's all. And this value carried out from the day I'm young till now.
Right. So you grew up with a entrepreneurial mind also, to sell the oil and all. Yeah. And then what made you?
Of course,
Sorry,
also the other one is also because the Grambin Dam every day, every hours they pray because all they are very superstitious or
superstitious, right?
or belief lah.
Yeah.
You pray, then you got more customer, right? And they lost money. The owner make money, and the fruits they have, they will throw away.
The fruits.
Yeah, oranges,
All right,
apples.
okay.
They will throw away. I pick up. It's good condition. And that time, Malaysia and Singapore is only $1 is to $1. And a lot of Malaysian bars stop along Singa Road, the canal there, Jojo Canal. And I pack it. I sell $1.
Oh, wow.
That's also another way of how I survive through my childhood kid and also help my parents to be lighten their financials.
So there's quite a good economic network,
I think that this is something that to me, because I cannot study. I can make money. Why not I focus on how to make money?
Right. But what made you want to, study all the way to have a master's degree?
Well, of course, when you grow up, when you enter into the adult world, and you know that what your employer is looking for, right? And you have to keep upgrade yourself because if not, you will be left out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that is where we have this continual education programs, which is good. And in Singapore, I think this program should be continued, that giving everyone a chance because late developments will have a second chance to actually fulfill what they have missed out during the child day or secondary school days.
Would you think that it is a better environment now for a second chance or for a late bloomer, compared to your time, because your time, I guess, is
70s.
Yeah, it's a difficult and a different time.
Yes.
Where maybe success is one route only. Do you think there's more avenues now?
Yes, of course. Today with the internet, the world is no limits, and you can connect to anybody, but you have to be very careful because there are also a lot of scammer. You can do your own filtering, but also one thing good also you can actually know someone that in their part of the world, and if they have something that able to help you to upgrade yourself or increase your earning opportunity, why not?
I wanted to, let me go back a bit. Is there a point or in your life that your growing up years as a child, what was the hardest point for you then? Was it studying?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, all my siblings, my brother, sister, they study better than me. They did well in the school, academic wise. But then at the end of the day, after that, I'm the only one who got the master.
That speaks of your tenacity,
Yeah.
That you struck it out. You know what's needed, what's needed in the market.
Yeah.
I want to round things up a bit here. I wonder, your maybe your pitch to Pasir Ris Changi residents. What how do you think you can serve them?
Well, first of all, I know what is my role. If they elected me, right? Definitely, just like I mentioned, my role, the basic role, is check and balance to ensure those in power is accountable and there's transparency and responsible for their policy making or whatever decision they make that affect the people. Secondly, is to scrutinize the budgets, ensure there's no wastage. Like honestly, to me, the founder memoriam, I don't think it's need now or have to do now, where we have people who are facing a high cost of living, job security. So difficult to find a good job, quality healthcare, affordable housing, right? So I will say that this money could have spent in a better way. And of course, their voice, I have to be resonate with them, understand their voice, their concern, and amplify in the parliaments for them. And of course, the other one, we should not forget Singapore come first. National interest come first. And we should have to be the bridge between the government and the people. We should do that. Any cause of instability, any cause of sabotage the national security, this is something that as a Singaporean, we should not do at all. And of course, when it comes to the municipal issue, we have track record. SDA have been running Potong Pasir. Before 2001, Mr. Chiam already run the townhouse. But after 2001, Mr. Chiam had run the townhouse until 2010. So this is a very good. And I can proudly say that Potong Pasir is the townhouse under us, no deficit. And we never increase the SNC. Why? Because we hands-on, we manage ourselves. We don't sub out and we don't pass the job to other people to manage.
Yeah. One last question from me. I think you were planning on stepping down as a chairman after the last election.
Yes.
So
yes.
What changed your mind?
Every party should have a renewal. Of course, that also in my mind. As I say, it's a duty and not more on the ego or personal power. This day will have to come. Unfortunately, it's not in according to our plan that my successor is not ready, and also the party colleagues think that I'm still value to them and I'm still able to contribute, and they say let's stay on for a while, right? And that's why I continue to take out the role.
You are, how old are you this year?
58.
58. How long more do you think? Will there be a few more Gs left in the tank?
Looking at it, I would say that, well, it seems that I have to continue to fight. Never say give up.
Right. So even down to into your 70s, you
well,
are able to.
I hope by then there are people who are more capable than me, who are more arrogant, and can speak better than me to run.
Yeah, thanks for having this conversation with me, Mr. Lim.
Thank you.
Thanks. I wish you all the very best this GE.
Thank you very much, and you are most welcome.
Thank you.
Also, thanks you for giving me the opportunity and this platform for me to share. Of what is actually people may not, if they don't make an effort to find out, they will not know what is happening.
Yeah. Hopefully they get a better sense of you after this interview, and all the best.
Thank you.
This podcast is powered by Audio Technica.